We're going to take these big, bulky, heavy shipping container doors and turn them into amazing, easy, effortless roll-up doors. Stay tuned and smash that subscribe button.
So on all 4 of these doors for these 2 shipping containers, I'm going to be cutting the top and bottom of each hinge pin. So 2 cuts here, 4, let me jump down here, 6, 8. 8 cuts on each side, and we'll get those removed. If you're working by yourself like I am, I do recommend 6-inch discs. And use the proper grinder. I have a Flex Volt DeWalt grinder, which I absolutely love. It does accommodate the 6-inch discs. Because a 4-inch disc, as you can tell, it doesn't quite get deep enough. So you want to start at the bottom and then work your way up. Okay, now the doors are closed. I've got all 4 hinges cut. The top and bottom of each hinge is cut, you can see. So now the door is still latched, so you simply unlatch one door at a time. And then as it falls towards you, you catch it and maneuver it out of the way. So now I have carefully unlatched it by myself, and you can pivot it fairly easily by yourself. Here's the hinges, the hinge pins that I carefully cut the top and bottom of. And the reason why you don't cut this vertically is because these doors would not be able to be reused. Now that I've only cut the hinge pin, they actually sell brackets so that you can remount it on a different container. So that's very important. So now I'm just going to maneuver it and walk it over here, and we'll go from there. We'll repeat the process on these other 3 doors. Now, if for some reason you did compromise those hinges, you can always buy some more and weld them back on. Here's what it looks like with one set of doors removed, and here's with both sets of doors removed. I've got them off to the side for now, and there's the inside view. These do have serial numbers and all the different information on there, and then I stacked them on the trailer, which was difficult to do by myself, and you can resell them, and they can have multiple purposes, or other people may want a replacement door if their doors are damaged. Once I verify with the roll-up door guy the inside finish dimensions, then I go ahead and weld up the 3x2 14 gauge tube. Now there's about an 8-inch gap between the top tube and the top of the shipping container, so I go ahead and take some scrap material and fill that in. This piece I'm welding is non-structural, and it's just to fill in the gap, so I'm doing stitch welding, and then you can urethane caulk the rest. And yes, the paint will catch on fire, but that's okay. It's going to get repainted again. Always make sure that it's level, square, and lined up with the other side. And then trim it out on the outside. It's looking so good. Once the welding is complete, it is time to use a urethane caulking, which is high performance and 100% solids after it is dry. And yes, it is paintable after it is cured, but you can paint it when it's dry to the touch as well. Now, the roll-up door bracket assembly did require a few more inches on the sides for their screws, so we allowed them that extra mounting space. Got the stitch welding, the flat bar and the tube, primer, all the way down. I still got to do the urethane caulking. Now that it is watertight, we are ready to prime it again. And all the urethane caulking is primed. So I did primer before the caulking, and then I did primer after the urethane caulking. So everything up here is watertight. That's all watertight up there. So we don't have to worry about water getting in. Nice. So again, we have bulky, heavy, hard to maneuver doors beforehand and much easier roll-up doors. Which would you rather have?